Welcome! In today's presentation, we're going to explore a critical challenge facing IT teams worldwide. How can you allow your employees to access Microsoft Azure Cloud without transmitting their passwords over the internet? This is the core question we'll answer together, and the solution is both elegant and powerful. Let's set the scene. Your company has decided to migrate to Microsoft Azure Cloud. Both your IT cloud administrator and your application development team need immediate access to cloud resources. However, your management requires that user passwords must never be sent over the internet. So, here are the critical challenges we need to solve. First, how do we allow cloud access using on premises credentials? Second, how do we prevent passwords from going to the internet? Third, how do we secure against credential interception? And fourth, how do we maintain security, compliance, throughout the entire process? The answer is Microsoft Azure AD Connect combined with Azure Entra ID. We implement a hybrid identity solution that seamlessly connects your on premises Active Directory to the Azure cloud. This elegant approach allows users to authenticate with their existing Windows credentials while keeping passwords completely secure on premises. Let's walk through the actual implementation process step by step. Let's say our on premises cloud engineer wants to access portal.azure.com through a browser using his Windows username and password. It brings users to the Microsoft login page. The on prem domain controller and Active Directory will be the original keeper of users' Windows credentials that will be synced to Microsoft Azure via Entra ID. Next, Azure ID Connect implements advanced password hashing technology. Here's how it works. Your password is never sent to Azure. Instead, it's processed through a sophisticated hashing algorithm, converting it into a unique, irreversible hash value. This hash is what gets sent to Azure, not your actual password. This one-way conversion is absolutely critical to security. Then, it sends only the hash to Azure Entra ID. This is where the magic happens. On premises, Azure AD Connect has the password hash ready. In the cloud, Entra ID receives and verifies this hash. Here are the critical security facts. Only the hash is sent to the cloud. The cloud never stores the actual password. Even if Azure is hacked, your password remains safe on premises, and the hash cannot be reversed back into a password. For added security, step 6 triggers multi-factor authentication. The user approves the sign-in request on their registered device, ensuring that they are truly who they claim to be. Finally, step 7 grants access. Once authentication is confirmed, the portal opens. The user now has full access to Azure services, Office 365, and all their needed cloud resources. To summarize, your passwords never leave your on premises servers. We only use secure, hashed versions. Even if the Azure cloud were compromised, your local passwords remain safe. Combined with multi factor authentication, this is an industry standard, highly secure practice. By the way, I'm Anthony De Los Santos, a network engineer and multi cloud certified professional for AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Here's my topology. I have installed Windows Server 2019 with domain and AD configured. We will log into different clouds such as Azure, AWS, and GCP using my on-prem Windows username. Now, let's look at the technical requirements and prerequisites to get this configured. You'll need a proper enterprise account in Azure. Avoid using personal accounts. You need a valid company domain. Entra ID only works in enterprise company domain email or Microsoft Business Premium account. I will not discuss one by one, but you can follow the steps on your screen. Here is my admin Azure Cloud account that I will use to integrate between Entra ID and Azure AD Connect. Here is my company active domain name that is registered under GoDaddy. Here is my Windows 2019 server with domain controller and Active Directory configured with Windows users already provisioned. I installed this using VMware Workstation. I will log in to my Microsoft Azure account. Then click the Entra ID icon. On left, click on Microsoft Entra Connect, then select Connect Sync. Ensure that the seamless single sign-on is enabled. Then go to Custom Domain Names menu. As you can see, I already added my domain name and it's verified and assigned as primary. Next, heads back to Connect Sync menu and download the latest Entra Connect Sync version that we will install in our Windows Server 2019. Copy the downloaded installer and paste it at the desktop of Windows Server 2019. I will show you the domain controller settings at Windows Server 2019 and its. Now, let's install Microsoft Entra Connect Sync by double-clicking the installer on the desktop. Click Agree to the terms and continue. We'll proceed using the Express Settings option. Next, I will enter my Azure Cloud Administrator account and password to validate the connection. Finally, I will enter my on-premises administrator credentials. This establishes the secure link that allows our local environment and the Azure cloud can communicate to each other. Check the continue without matching VPN option, then hit next, then click install. After installation, I need to check if the single sign-on is active and ensure the password hash synchronization is selected. This is very important. Then hit next, then next again, then click configure. Under the task, I need to click the customize sync options to check if the forest info and domain OU are correct and to ensure that the sync all domains and OU options are selected. Then, lastly, I need to check the password write back options. This function will automatically update the on-prem AD if the password reset has been initiated at Azure Cloud Users menu. While waiting for synchronization, let's check the current user list in Azure Cloud to establish a baseline. Currently, only one user is listed. We'll see once synchronization is finished. Now, let's check again the Azure Cloud user list. As you can see, all the users in on-prem AD are now synchronized. Moment of truth. Let's do the actual test. I will open a new incognito in my browser and try to log in into www.portal.azure.com using my on-prem Windows username and password. I will enter my Windows username and password. It asks me install the Microsoft Authenticator app. Since I have already, I will just scan the QR code. Okay. It add my Windows username in my Authenticator user list. Click next to send the code to my Authenticator. Okay, I received the code in my Authenticator. I will approve it and we'll see. Click Done. Finally, a De Los Santo account was able to access the Azure dashboard. This means all of our configuration are correct. In the next video, I'll show you how to configure Entra ID to sign in to AWS and GCP using your existing Windows username and password. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.